Is there a connection between autism and acetaminophen, the active ingredient found in Tylenol? You probably heard about some chatter today, so I wanted to explain. Now, first of all, there is no new research about this. There is an association that's being discussed because there has been some meta-analyses where they look at other research, but within that, some of them did show an association between neurodevelopmental disorders and autism and the use of acetaminophen, but other studies did not. So what was recommended today by the government was to minimize the use of acetaminophen as much as possible. They didn't call for a banning of it, and this is particularly during pregnancy. However, that's what the recommendation for the ACOG, the OBGYNs have been saying all along, what the pediatricians have been saying along. They should be used judiciously, and especially the call for it during high fever. Okay, that makes sense. And the problem is high fevers can also cause problems on developmental issues with children. And there's also issues with taking other types of fever reducers, pain reducers, like what we call the NSAIDs. That's like your ibuprofens, because that can cause a problem during pregnancy, especially during the third trimester of pregnancy. So what is a person to do? Of course, there were no real recommendations for that, but that's what the basic idea was. And overall, of course, there should be the absolute most limited use of acetaminophen, but if it's clinically necessary, of course, use it. Now, what is the potential connection here in the first place? So this story goes back to about 1999 maybe. 2001, I don't know. But however, there was research done at Arkansas Children's Hospital where they looked at mothers of children with autism, and they found that they were, in this study, 3.5 times more likely to have a variant in this MTHFR gene that activates folate that leads to the production of an important peptide, a small protein called glutathione, which is important not just for detoxification, but for keeping inflammation under control. You've heard of things like oxidative stress, free radical damage. Now, if a mother has a decreased ability to make this glutathione in the first place, then the second part comes in, that acetaminophen seems to lower the amount of glutathione that's present. So could that be a double whammy, that there is a subset of the population? Again, this is a theory. There's no evidence that this is proven to be true, but there could be this subset, and that's what needs to be studied more. And they said they're going to study it more, and I think that that's a great thing. But should people completely stop using Tylenol if there's no other availables out there, especially what high fevers can do? No, but they should just be limiting the use overall.